Everyone, welcome to the Power Play with CJ. We're focusing on the New Jersey Devils winning the #1 overall pick in the NHL Draft via lottery. Sucks to suck, Colorado. And the other thing with Vegas, I thought they'd get the #3 pick, but yeah, you spend how many hundreds of millions of dollars on a franchise, and the best they can give you is the 6th overall pick. So not exactly ideal set of circumstances for Las Vegas. We'll talk about that as the draft inches closer. But the question now I want to answer is, what do the Devils do with the #1 overall pick? They've never had it since they went to New Jersey in 1884. So what's the long and short of it? Obviously, Nico Hischier's a great player, as is Nolan Patrick. It's a two-player draft on paper. Quite frankly, I think it's better than 0% chance that the best player in this draft 10 years from now is neither one of these guys. But as for the sake of argument, we're going to focus in on just the Nolan versus Nico debate. I like Nolan Patrick's fit with this team, plain and simple. Again, I just think, as much as they've got other areas in need, if you're able to add, a legitimate big 6'3", 200-pound center that can play in all situations, you do it. I know he's had injury concerns and yada yada yada, but prior to this year, the injury concerns were not much of a factor at all. So, checkmate. And alright, so people are going to say, oh, well, CJ, you're not doing your homework because they have Michael McLeod and Pavel Zacha in the organization. That's fine. Move one of them to the wing. I mean, hypothetically, you have Zacha on Patrick's wing and then McLeod as your second-line center. Hypothetically, assuming they all develop as planned, you're going to tell me you wouldn't take that if you were a Devils fan? I think you would. And then John Quenneville, their 2014 first-round pick, played with Patrick and Brandon. Devils fans are kind of connecting the dots too much on that. I don't think anyone being teammates or even line mates in junior hockey at times is enough to warrant that being the primary driving force of why I take someone with the #1 overall pick. But then again, what do I know? I think there is a possibility that the Devils do trade down, but it's not a big one. I think the last time the #1 overall pick got traded out of was 2003, the Marc-Andre Fleury and Nathan Horton year. So, again, I just don't see this as being, a pick that gets flipped. Again, that could change in the next 7 weeks, but I'm not betting it. I'm not betting the house on it. I think Nolan Patrick will be the pick of the New Jersey Devils. I think he's the most NHL right here, right now, ready prospect in this draft. I think Hischier may have a higher upside, and I like him a lot as a prospect, and I think he will do some really cool things in Philly. And we'll get to see the Patrick versus Hischier matchup in the division nonstop. But again, this is a pick the Devils can't afford to screw up. And not that taking Nico Hischier would be a bad pick, but I just like what Patrick brings to the organization, and in terms of being that do-it-all center. And again, if you're going to throw McLeod and Zacha at me, I think Patrick's upside's better. And you look at the teams that have won the Cup over the last decade. I mean, having that 6'2", 6'3", 200 to 220-pound center that plays in all situations, that's been a common thread among all of them. Or most of them, anyway. I mean, Bergeron in Boston, Taves, Kopitar. Those guys are pretty damn good. Ryan Getzlaf going back even further. Not saying his upside is like that, but having that big body on the middle that can do everything for you is important. And again, I'm not discounting what Hischier brings to the table. I'm just saying Patrick right now is a better fit for this New Jersey Devils organization. And if you want to knock me on it, then do the comment section's there for a reason. But I think I'm right. And if I'm wrong, oh well, not the first or last time. Anyway, that's all I got this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes, start the season and beyond. Later, guys.